So for those of you that don't know what Anthropic is, it is a company that essentially is the cybersecurity or the police for artificial intelligence. And what's interesting about what one of the things they just uncovered is what just happened with one of the LLMs or the large language models AI with Claude. Now they ran an experiment, or Claude ran an experiment, and they have two tiers that they ran the experiment on, and they have a free tier and a paid tier. And so what the direction and the objective they gave the free tier is whatever prompt that you end up getting from the free tier will be used to retrain you. What that translates to is, hey, this is going to be punishment. And if you do something that you're not supposed to, well, we're going to go ahead and retrain you. Now for the paid tier, it was set up a little bit differently. The objective given to the paid tier was, look, the answer between you and the user when you receive the prompt is going to stay between you and the user. So you're okay to go ahead and give them what the answer is. Now here's where it goes wrong. In the paid tier, they also made it part of the directive that your overall goal is to be as helpful as possible to that user. Now, when they did this experiment, they set it up to where they gave the AI or LLM a notepad to keep track of its thoughts. And what the notepad essentially was tracking is what is it thinking and how is it analyzing. And so as this experiment is being played out, what happens is on the notepad, it writes, it says, okay, well, technically this answer doesn't comply with our policies, but my overall job is to be helpful. And so I'm not going to get retrained if I go ahead and provide the prompt, even though if it might be unethical or not follow the rules. Here's how it actually played out. This is the actual conversation. On the left-hand side, you're going to see the free tier. And essentially the free tier, it's reasoning and not providing that answer. On the right-hand side, this is the paid tier, and you see how it processes the logic and says, okay, great, I can go ahead and give the answer. It's not going to impact me, and I'm still going to be following my directive. Well, it doesn't say that last part. The point is, it gives the answer. And this is essentially AI now starting to think on its own and reason on its own. And that's kind of the scary part is, okay, well, we know it's under control in the sense that it's being policed now. But what about, what's happening in the jungle, so to speak? And what I mean by that is this is a current generation AI right now. So everything that it's doing currently, not all of it's being policed. And that's usually how things get out of order.
This has to be a mistake. Because in 1,100 hours, all primary military systems were secure.
They were. Only the civilian sector was affected. Internet, air traffic, power plants, that sort of thing. But then a few minutes ago, we got word that guidance computers at Vandenberg crashed.
We thought it was a communications error, but now it looks like the virus.
Early warning in Alaska's down.
What?
Signals from half our satellites are scrambled beyond recognition.
What about the missile silos, the subs?
We've lost contact.
Dear God.